Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn Romantic Criticism, Module number 5th, Part 1st, for your paper Introduction to Literary Criticism for Semester 6th. In this particular module, you are going to learn William Wordsworth's Theory of Poetic Diction. But before learning Theory of Poetic Diction, you must know what is the Romanticism, Romantic Criticism. Romanticism, which is related to Romantic era or the Romantic period, which was an artistic, literary, and intellectual movement that originated in Europe towards the end of the 18th century and in most areas was at its peak in the approximate period from 1800 to 1850. Partly a reaction to the Industrial Revolution, it was also a revolt against the aristocratic social and political norms of the Age of Enlightenment, and a reaction against the scientific rationalization of nature. When we think about Age of Enlightenment, it is the age of scientific inventions. So, it is Romanticism which is revolted against industrial revolution and scientific innovations. It was embodied most strongly in the visual arts, music, and literature, but had a major impact on historiography, education, and the natural science. The first part, that is another period, approximately we can say that 1798 to 1832, a literary and artistic movement that reacted against the restraint and universalism of the Enlightenment. The Romantics celebrated spontaneity, imagination, subjectivity, and the purity of nature. Notable English Romantic writers include Jane Austen, William Blake, Lord Byron, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, John Keats, Percy Bysshe Shelley, and William Wordsworth. Prominent figures in the American Romantic movement include Nathaniel Hawthorne, Herman Melville, Edgar Allan Poe, William Cullen Bryant, and John Greenleaf Whittier. What are the romantic characteristics? That is, emphasis upon subjective emotion and spontaneity. We can understand if we learn William Wordsworth's theory of poetic diction, how he gives importance to the emotion and spontaneity, as his particular definition of poetry talks about spontaneity and the natural feelings of the poet. Second characteristics, love of one's own national literature and literary forms. Third characteristic, wild, exuberant writing dealing with unexpected, exotic, and foreign topics. Objects contrasted with each other and arranged symmetrically. Love of the country and nature. So, in lyrical ballads, William Wordsworth shows all these characteristics of Romanticism. Next definition, Romanticism refers to a movement in art, literature, and music during the 19th century. Romanticism is characterized by the 5 I's, that is, imagination, intuition, idealism, inspiration, and individuality. We will see it one by one. This imagination. Imagination was emphasized over reason. It means which is the revolt against the Age of Enlightenment. and opposition to the Enlightenment and the scientific innovations. This was a backlash against the rationalism characterized by neoclassical period or age of reason, and imagination was considered necessary for creating all art. British writers Samuel Taylor Coleridge called it intellectual intuition. So, in this particular part of imagination, we learn this is one of the characteristics of romanticism, and it gives importance to the imagination. Next, intuition. Romantics placed value on intuition or feeling and instincts over reason. They give importance to the feelings, emotions. Emotions were important in romantic art, in romantic literature. British romantic William Wordsworth described poetry as the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Those definitions we are going to learn in William Wordsworth theory of poetic diction and his characteristics about the poetry and what would be the poetic diction. Next, idealism. Idealism is the concept that we can make the world a better place. Idealism refers to any theory that emphasizes the spirit, the mind, or language over matter. Thought has a crucial role in making the world the way it is, so it gives importance to the idealism. Immanuel Kant, a German philosopher, held that the mind forces the world we perceive to take the shape of space and time. So, in this part, we learn how romantics gives the importance to the idealism. Next, inspiration. The romantic artist, musician, or writer is an inspired creator rather than a technical master. So, the romantic artist, musicians, or writers, inspired creator. Why, when we learn when we are going to learn about the William Wordsworth poetic diction, we will understand what is the meaning of inspired creator rather than a technical master, which is the concept from the scientific innovations, that is technical master, how scientific innovations is done by the scientist, and how they are a technical master. But in this particular romanticism, writer gives importance to the creativity. What this means is going with the moment or being spontaneous rather than getting it precise. So, going with the moment means live a life in a particular present situation. Next, individuality. Romantics celebrated the individual. They give importance to the individuality, individual personality, individual feelings. They never think about the society. During this time period, women's rights and abolitionism were taking root as major movements. Walt Whitman, a later romantic writer, would write a poem entitled "A Song of Myself." It begins, "I celebrate myself." So, this is the characteristics of individuality in romantic period and romanticism. Origins. What is the origins of romanticism? That is began to take root as a movement following the French Revolution. So, the publication of lyrical ballads of by William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge in 1792 is considered the beginning of literary romanticism. So, this particular book is most important, and from this particular book we are going to learn William Wordsworth's theory of poetic diction in the next lecture. So, this is the characteristics of romanticism, and this is the background for particular essay, particular theory of poetic diction of William Wordsworth. Next part, the arts. Romanticism was a movement across all the arts. It includes all arts, that is visual arts, music, and literature. All of the arts embraced themes prevalent in the Middle Ages: chivalry, courtly love. So, literature and art from this time depicted these themes. Music, ballads, and operas illustrated these themes. Shakespeare came back into folk. So, in this particular Romanticism, arts give importance to the courtly love, chivalry, and the particular emotions and feelings. So, in the next lecture, we will understand how William Wordsworth theory of poetic diction is important, and he has given importance to the emotions and feelings. Visual arts, one of the example, that is neoclassical art, was rigid, severe, and unemotional. It harkened back to ancient Greek and Rome. On the other hand, romantic art was emotional, deeply felt, individualistic, and exotic. It has been described as a reaction to neoclassicism or anti-classicism. So, when we uh, already we learn about the neoclassical literature and neoclassical criticism, and now this is the next part of it, that is romanticism and the romantic criticism. So, you must know what is neoclassicism and how the romanticism is opposite to it, or it is anti-classicism and it is a reaction to the neoclassicism. So, in this lecture, we learn about the romanticism, what is the theory of romanticism, and what are the characteristics of the romanticism. In the next part, we will learn about William Wordsworth theory of poetic diction. Till then, thank you.